actually have to go get them touched up. I have to go like every 3 or 4 years and get them to be, but
Yeah.
they're not.
I never realized that. I heard that the young ones are going to be upset because I heard that skinny eyebrows are coming back in.
Oh, well.
They're going to experience that for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just never had, I'm not a, I don't
Yeah.
put a lot,
I'm
and
just saying.
being lighter,
Yeah.
they never
Yeah.
really, as I got older. And I think I would have to do something about the lashes too, so I think, but I don't know.
What can you do about that?
Well, you can have them put on, but I don't really know that I want to do that either.
Yeah.
So right now I just use like, there's a mascara for old women.
Okay.
That it's like a tubing that goes on, so
Okay.
it like thickens and extends.
Oh.
So I don't have any on right now, obviously.
I'll have to get the name.
Yeah,
of that
it's
from
called.
you.
I don't know, but yeah.
Next time you see
I'll,
me.
yeah. I'll make sure I take a snap.
Were you on vacation?
I was in Mexico.
Where did you go in Mexico?
My dad lives there. So I was there.
Nice. Did you have fun? Yeah, I get it. My friend Kevin, I was gonna wear their cats, they're my cat. So he gave me.
Oh, they wouldn't.
They're just like cheap little things that he got in Colombia. You know.
Cool. Oh, you don't have to take them.
No, they're just.
Yeah, they are.
They're just.
Yeah. Oh, so weird. Yeah.
So I don't know why I decided to
Cats.
put, because without the hair, I like having earrings on.
Yeah,
So
like a pop.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
so I was like, okay, I'll put my cat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
How is your cat?
My cat is good. She's spicy. I just found out she was a year older-ish when I got her, so I didn't have her from the beginning, so it's not the same relationship that she's got a little bit more round face. But I just got like the minute she came into my house, she was like, she was and so if you came into my house and I was there, she would immediately run to the door and say hi and sit over and it's not for my cats that are like I'm not there. She is hissing and growling. Like she's a guard cat. I know she's overstimulated.
A lot of clients, like,
Yeah.
they always say, but like people don't realize you're animals. And I've had cats attacking.
Oh my god, so I said,
But it's better me than fire coming through.
yeah, she's a vet cat. You know, so she knows animals. And how to deal with it. And I said, oh, well, should I ask people? Oh, please, she wants to know what kind of cat. And she's like, it's just we made her a long time.
My tiger.
Yeah. Because she was homeless. And like she's still real particular about her food,
But you just know if you ever go to sell your house and she's still alive, you have to break her.
put her away. I do know. I don't want to. You don't want to put cinnamon in the oven and then have a cat attack.
Especially for insurance.
That's one good thing is she's never attacked the couch or anything. Like I have. Oh, mine too. The vet won't even. They can't even do it. They give her this maximum amount of gabapentin and she breaks through. But she's got one of the tall thistle ones, and then she knows if she breaks that, and it's about she gets one treat. And then she has these little cardboard ones on the floor, but she uses those. It's so funny. It's like right in the floor. It's like, as if she's still hunting. You know, I'm giving her a can of food. She'll still.
Maybe I should get one more tall ones. She's a horizontal one. She's like a cat condo. She just like runs around everywhere. And now at my parents' house, so she'll climb up to the tall part of the kind of cabinet, or like she'll jump off the back of like chairs.
I was working on it. I've never watched that. Maybe
Or the reformer of the mat, or either?
I think she meant more like how there's that emphasis on core and being and then that core base and stability to help with like balance. So I really think you think about it interactively, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, I don't feel like it's super relevant for someone who's coming from a place of being like really active and really fit, like having to sit down and get yourself versus like maybe someone who like pre-diagnosis has like type 2 diabetes and is pretty sedentary.
Well, my oncologist told me to go to security insurance matches, so I took Asian cream on 11, right? And because I'm on those others, I said, it doesn't hurt, but I did this. Said, it's so good. She did all the way up here. But they are so
I'm glad it didn't like bother you, like it wasn't like uncomfortable.
No, in fact, as of Monday, I won't leave the office. Yeah, but
I think the thinking is pretty sensitive and not so much that necessarily like neuropathy, but like
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I just realized I have dirty feet. I was walking around with flip flops.
Yeah, that happens.
And I wore this because this is the one that's real look.
Anything you want to do? Postures, body parts?
Can we stretch our butts?
Sure. Yeah. Stretch our butts.
I didn't say glutes, but we'll stretch our butts.
Yeah. Some butt stretches today? Okay. Butt stretches? Okay. All right. Let's do it. I think this is my music, is it?
It's kind of loud.
All right. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths here. Start to feel where the root is. So if you're in a seated position, like cross-leg, you're going to feel the sit bones, and you might feel the outsides of the feet a little bit. If you're on your knees, you're feeling your knees, your shins, and the tops of your feet. And everybody, lean back just a little bit. Start to, for the sit bones, you're going to bear the weight down into them. In your knees, as you lean back, you're going to feel kind of like your heels go into your sit bones a little bit more. Take the shoulders back a little bit. Take the head and the throat back a little more. Bring the chin down a touch. And take a few more breaths here. Feel the core starting to ignite. Notice if the chin is falling forward, the upper back's rounding, and those shoulders are falling, set it all back up again. And you just keep playing little by little with engaging, right? Seeing if you can hold the space, and then doing things like expressing out. Sometimes the expression is just softening your face, right? Or settling in that moment. There isn't always a bend, a reach, a fold, a twist, something like that. Sometimes it's just settling in your posture. So you want to make this seated position, which is really challenging. You want to come off like it's effortless. That's how you want what you want your face and your body to show. Right? This is just something that we do. And you know it's all going to be challenging. But you want to set yourself up in a positive way. Right? Positive stress is what we're going to put on our body. And that's how we're going to get stronger. Hearing your breath. Right? Listen to yourself breathe. You don't have to think of your breath at all. Right? So when we think about it, we're going to use it in a few different ways. Engage our core, hold that space, release and let go. We're going to use our breath as our timing, right? Through our postures. From listening to yourself breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath, to Ujjayi, right? Where is it that you want to settle into? Can you change your mind? Of course. It might feel good to start listening to yourself breathe, but then it might be nice to get all the way to Ujjayi. What feels good to you in this moment? As the breath turns to movement, the inhale lifts the arms. And the exhale brings the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. The heels of the hands lightly touch. The breath now goes to that space between your palms. Use the force feedback. So as you push your hands together strong, you're going to feel this energy in the arms and in the shoulders, up into the chest and the upper back. Sit up tall. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out all fours, hands and knees. So all fours, hands and knees. Hands are an inch or two in front of your shoulders. Knees are an inch or two behind your hips. The pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out. The fingers are spread. Toes are curled. Inner heels sweep out. Shins hug in. Heels pull the butt. Forearms hug in. Biceps start to squeeze. All right, shoulders, chest, upper back, we feel it. Pelvic floor draws in. Belly button draws the spine. Shutters close. We feel ourselves, right? Everything's locking in here. We want that. Now we're holding this. Low mountain. Isometric is without movement, right? An isometric engagement. So without movement, we're holding this space. You're starting to stabilize yourself, right? Think if someone came up to you and tried to push you over. You're locked in. That's where we want to be. One more breath. And then work your cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back, look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch, and your exhale, round. Stay with your breath. So if it's 2 or 3 seconds to inhale, right, we're going to arch for 2 or 3 seconds. The exhale will be 2 or 3 seconds as we round. So here we say the sit bones blossom or widen on the inhale. Right? You feel like your sit bones reach to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of the room, and we widen here. The upper back, we're going to feel like the heads of the arm bones engage real deep. The exhale, right, we look to our belly, and then in the sit bones, we lengthen them to the backs of the knees. And then after this next one, come to a neutral position, so find that flat back. Take the knees back a couple inches. Then reach the right leg straight back, ball of the foot on the floor. Micro bend in the knee. Now reach back out of your heel, reach forward out of the crown of your head. See, the knee, we want to make sure it keeps that micro bend. So you want to pull your kneecap to your waist. You should feel your quads engage. If you push your kneecap to like where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of the room or to the sky, you're going to hyperextend the knee. So feel the difference in those actions. Exhale, lower the right leg, take the left leg back. If you're not sure what I mean, you can see here, right? Here's my quads, they're off. If I do this, kneecaps to my waist, see them turn on? That's what I want. As compared to me pushing my kneecaps to the wall behind me and I go into hyperextension. You should feel those quads engage. Lower that left knee down, walk the knees back in, all fours, hands and knees. Tiger pose. Inhale, you're going to take the heel to the sky. Exhale, you're going to bring the knee to the chin or the chest. Inhale, take the heel to the sky. Exhale, bring it to the chin or the chest. Let's do 7 each side. Keep the knee bent halfway here, right? So like we got 90-degree angles. Ankle to shin, shin to thigh, thigh into the hip. When the heel goes to the sky, like you're holding the ceiling up with your heel. After your 7, lower that right knee down, take a breath. The next inhale will be the left heel to the sky or whatever your side 2 is. Now the other thing to stay connected is you got to keep sweeping the inner heel out. This wants to happen. And then the hip just peels away. So keep sweeping that inner heel out. It'll keep the toes pointing straight back to the wall behind you or down to the floor, wherever your leg is in space. We're working the back of the hip. We're working through those glutes. We're working through the spine. After your 7, we'll meet back in the all fours, the low mountain. That's it. Keep the pace here, right? Breath initiating the movement. That's the 2 or 3 second thing, right? From low mountain, lock it in. Fire up the legs, the arms, the core. When you're ready, right arm up, left leg back, spinal balance. The thumb points up, the toes point down. Now only have your toes off the floor, maybe about 6 inches or so. We want to extend out of the hip as compared to firing up those low spinal erectors. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. See, if you lift your leg too high, you're feeling it right here. We don't want that. We want this closed and solid into the lumbar spine. And then we can reach back out of the heel and the fingertips and the crown of the head. Exhale, lower. Let's do it with our breath. Inhale, right arm up, left leg back. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Exhale, lower. Stay with it. When you lift, initiate from the inner upper edge of the forearm and the inner upper edge of the thigh. So when we work from the inner edges, right, we're going to keep everything a little more square. When we work from the outer edges, they're going to want to peel apart. And then reach back, reach forward, breathe side to side. If you started with your right arm and your left leg, finish with your left arm and right leg. We'll meet back in the low mountain. Take a breath here. When you're ready, step back to plank. Set it up. Yeah, keep going, shorter. Mm-hmm. When you're ready, lift those hips, push back to downward dog. If you want to bend the knees in the downward dog, bend the knees. If you want to straighten the legs, right? Really straighten the legs, we got a couple other things we want to work on before we straighten our legs. That's last in the pose, is to straighten the leg part. We really want to work the upper body. We want to work the core, right? Then if we straighten the legs, awesome. But if we keep our knees bent, same awesome. So keep the forearms lifted up away from the mat. Just like before, we talked about inner and outer edges. You want to lift the inner biceps as compared to the outer biceps. You want to look towards the heels of your hands so your head isn't hanging to the midline. The muscles in the back of the neck are activated. You want to pull your pelvic floor in, your belly in, those shutters closed. And as the hands push down and forward, the chest works back towards the toenails. And then if you want to straighten the legs, straighten the legs. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. Really take those shoulders back, squeeze the upper back, and down away from your ears. After the 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. If it felt better to bend the knees, bend the knees. If it felt better to straighten the legs, straighten the legs. But don't get locked into just one thing, right? You can change your mind. You can start out with the knees bent, and you can straighten the legs. Or you can say, I want to soften the pose, and you could bend the knees a little bit. And the moment changes from breath to breath. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take those 3 nice breaths. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, drive forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep going. So we're taking the hip from flexion in downward dog to extension in plank. One more. We'll meet back in downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. So in your lunge here, on this left leg, we're extending, right? The right one's in flexion. So here, right, we're short. Here, we're long, right, through the glute max there. So this is what we're starting to stretch a little bit more of, right? Now, we talk about this back leg all the time. You're lifting the back leg up, right? But there's balance that I always try to work with y'all. So as strong as you're lifting up that left leg, try to soften the right thigh down. And you see if you can get it parallel with the floor. Yep. Now reach back out of your heel. Yep. Forward out of the knee. You're still pushing down. You're ripping the feet, right? There's lots of muscle energy here. But that's how we work and do the back of the hip. Now we'll go even deeper. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee. So now if we go deeper in flexion in the front, we're going to stretch the back more. Inhale the arms up. Plug them in. Take them up overhead. Keep dragging your back knee forward. You're going to start to feel the front of the thigh stretch a little more. Pull your belly button in. Yep. When the shutters pull closed, you're going to feel like you lift up. Maybe curl back into the pose a little bit here. Yep. And the back of the heart keeps lifting up through the front of the chest. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Lift the back knee. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Right? Just like we talked about, we can work different spaces. So maybe you start a little higher on your blocks so you can get the spine and everything to go neutral and you can feel where that space is going to be. And then as you take the pose deeper, maybe you lower down a little bit. You don't have to if it feels good in that space and that's where you need to be. Awesome. If it feels like you want to try to go a little bit further, play with what feels good. But don't lose the pushing down. Don't lose the hugging in, so front to back, side to side. Don't lose connecting to that core from pelvic floor, belly, and shutters. Don't let the chin fall forward, so keep sliding the back of the neck to like where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of the room. And now play with it. Reach back out of the heel, the knee, the crown of the head, side to side. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, the arms in front. If you need to stop and plug, stop and plug. When you're ready, bring them up overhead. Try to keep that right hip lifting up and soften that left one down a little bit. You might feel you could access this lateral quad a little bit more. Pelvic floor again, belly. Shutters are going to lift you up like you're squeezing a beach ball between your forearms. Hug in, reach up to your thumbs, and maybe curl back in the pose. Yep. Awesome. Exhale the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Keep looking towards the heels of your hands. Yep. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back towards your toenails. You're going to feel the arms are overhead. The weight's getting back into the legs a little more. We want that. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Belly's in, sit bones are down, reach up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, exhale, fold. Weights balanced in your feet. You work from the heel, work through the outer edge of the foot till the pinky toe mound roots. Widen your foot so you can see like spaces between your toes as you widen to the midline. And when you push the big toe mound down, you're going to see that your arches and your foot is like fired up. We want that. Keep hugging the shins in, pull the energy up the legs. The kneecaps towards the waist. Sit bones to heels, right? Or heels to sit bones, like your butt to your heels to your butt, hamstrings. Inhale, look forward. Let the spine lengthen back out. And then fold a little deeper in the pose. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take the hands behind your back. Interlace those fingers. Fill those ribs up with breath. Exhale, take the shoulders back. If you want to go hands away from your back a little bit, go for it. But don't let this happen. This has to stay back. And that's a challenge because scapular retraction and anterior pelvic tilt go hand in hand. And we're really stressing that, right? But we're stressing it positively, not negatively. So you're feeling how you can hold that space. Exhale, release, swing the arms up, big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, take that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. Same thing here, right? This wants to happen, so get the heels heavy. So you can lift the balls of your feet, but you cannot lift your heels. Now we know heels are heavy. Inner thighs are back. Sacrum is back. Belly's in, shutters closed. Even here now, push your head back into your forearm. And you're going to feel like you can stand up nice and tall now through the upper back. Instead of those hips wanting to fly forward. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap. And as the fingers draw up, right, you intensify the stretch a little bit, but a lot of stuff going on here. There's a big junction of muscles that meet here at the humerus, at your arm bone. The big one I do this for is lat. This muscle here, it's one of the restrictors to the arms going up overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. So reach out of your heel. We're extending out of the hip with the glute. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Keep the legs charged. Keep sweeping that back heel out. Left hand grabs the right wrist. We're going to side crescent towards the wall with the window and the door. But the trick to get to the psoas is keeping the shutters closed. This is going to want to happen. So pull this. Draw it in. Now take your head and your throat back. Take your arms back a little bit more. Yes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. So push from your right foot to your left heel. Keep your knees bent. Reach your left leg back. Reach out of the heel again. Make sure your hips width apart. Charge the legs. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Take your time, right? If you need an extra breath, take an extra breath. Keep the power in the legs. Get the lift in the spine. That's shutters. And then right hand's going to grab left wrist, and we're going to go towards the brick wall. Bend into the lead knee so it stays stacked up on top of the ankle. Take the head and the throat back. Take the arms back a little more. Yes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So butts go back first. Don't let the knees bend first, otherwise the quads will miss pattern. We want the glutes to kick on here, specifically the stabilizers, glute med and piriformis. What do you think's happened here and in max? It's lengthening. Pull your belly button to your spine. Sit back a little bit deeper. When the belly button draws to the spine, you fill in the lumbar. Let the sit bones go down to the floor a little bit. Sit back deeper. Charge those legs up. Lift those arms up. Yes, sit back a little deeper. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. Stay with your breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So start the flow. Play the challenge of flowing and transitioning, right? You got to keep all that shit together as you transition from pose to pose. That's a challenge. Stay with your breath. After your 3, we'll meet back in that downward dog. That's it. Get the weight back into the legs. Too long to me. Looks too long. Shorten up. Thank you. Which would make it way easier. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. Come up, warrior 2. Balance beam pose, you always hear me call these. That means our front heel's in line with our back arch. Right? There's a line here that we set up, like a balance beam. Back toes are slightly turned forward a little bit. I always say to you the clock, 12, 3, 6, 9, you're just past 9. The left thigh roots back. It's gonna try to do some shit like this. It's gotta go this way. Back. Now breathe tall here. Yeah. Bring your gaze right over your middle finger. I always tell you, there's not a lot of chill here, right? This is full on. It's like loaded in muscle energy. The organic energy is reach through your back hands, right? Soften the right thigh to the floor a little bit. Gaze over the middle finger. That's it. The rest is full on. Exhale the elbow to the thigh. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. As you transition from pose to pose, keep it slow. Right? The challenge is, can you hold on to all this shit that you just built up as you move from posture to posture? If the right hand goes down to the block of the floor, go for it, inside or outside the foot. Left arm, bicep right along your cheek. Now start to rotate open, top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward, 1 more breath. And then exhale the hands down to the floor, spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through 1 vinyasa. Stay with your breath. remember the pace of your vinyasa changes a little bit. As we just held a pose, couple poses and linked them up, our heart rate probably came up a little bit. So if our heart rate comes up, our breath is going to move a little faster, so our vinyasa is going to move a little faster. But still very controllable as compared to jogging or running, right, where your heart rate is really high. Reach your left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin that back heel, warrior two, side two. To root this right thigh back, it's like sticking your right butt cheek back to the wall behind you. Now, that might make your left knee peel in, but that's what would happen because these are the muscles that are stretching. But we got to work from the root, right? So take that right thigh back. Stay strong in your legs so you're pushing down and you're hugging in. And you feel the side body, so from hips to armpit lengthening, you're real tall. And then we just bring the gaze right over that middle finger and we breathe here. And we just settle into this really like muscle-driven posture. But we don't like sweat it out or suffer, right? You settle. That's the cue. And now exhale the elbow to the thigh for 2 or 3 seconds. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Yep, for 2 or 3 seconds, reignite the legs. For 2 or 3 seconds, maybe the hand goes down to the floor. Everything moves with the breath. The slower you go, the more you hang on to. The faster you go, the more the shit wants to unwind. And you worked hard to build this up, right? You don't just give it up. As the belly draws in, as the shutters close, then we rotate top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward. When you're ready, exhale the hands down to the floor, spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. I tell you all the time, it's hard to move slow. I always think that's one of the more challenging parts of practice. Can you truly stay with your breath? What wants to happen? We all want to rush, right? You want to move through. Slow down. And then exhale, lower your knees, take a little break. Nice, y'all. Child's pose. Vajrasana, whatever feels good. When your weight is in your heels, what muscles do you connect to? Glutes and hamstrings. When your weight is in the balls of your feet, what muscles do you connect to? Your quads. So we need to lean back that little bit, right? To connect into these muscles that are deficient. I know it's been like, I don't know, how many millions of years since we've been trying to stand up straight, but it's still really hard, right? It's super challenging. So the first thing you need to do is to put the weight back into those heels. And you'll notice, we'll do this together, but like when you lean back, you feel where the dimples of where our butts are, we all have these little dimples right here, that's where glute med and piriformis are. That's where the pelvic stabilizers are. So you feel that kick on, and then you feel the muscles in your back start to fire up a little bit. Come on, let's try it. So all fours, hands and knees. Take a breath. When you're ready, step back to plank. So the reason I have you, we were talking about like measuring up the distances of your downward dogs and your planks. See where Trina is here? Her shoulders stack up on top of her wrist crease, but look how her feet are. They're in dorsiflexion. Her toes are closer to her shins. If her feet were way back here, she'd be too long. So we want to be in dorsiflexion to keep it short, right? That way we're now when everybody push back downward dog, see how this now matches? What are we going to do shortly? We're going to work a vinyasa. We're going to link them together, right? So we want them to all match as we move through. The other thing we talked about a couple weeks ago is when we push back, when we come out of cobra, sometimes we migrate a little bit. So sometimes you have to adjust your feet from there. Or flick your toes under real deep. And that'll help keep you tight when you push back. Well, actually, let's do that first since we just talked about it, and then we'll work the other one. So inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Now, flick your toes under real deep. Yes. Now push up and back to downward dog. And that's how you'll hold the space a little easier. Now, let's say you didn't flick your toes under enough. Then you just got to like tiptoe. Or you could bend back. You could come forward to plank and measure it back out. You always know shoulders on top of wrist crease, feet in dorsiflexion is your distance. So you can use that as a guide sometimes. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up. Exhale, arms by the side, mountain pose, Tadasana. So right away, right, you can see I'm starting to fire everything up. Lean back. For this moment here, lift your toes up. Keep the balls of your feet down, but lift your toes up. Feel the weight go back. We're getting that little connection here, and you're feeling these muscles start to activate a little bit. Pull the pelvic floor up, belly, shudders. Keep hugging your forearms in. Now try to place your toes back towards the mat, but control it. If I clench my toes, right, look what happens. All this shit comes up. I've lost all those foundational areas. That's why you want the toes to be loose and controlled. You're starting to get that connection as you lean back. Take the head and the throat back a little bit more. Yeah. Now hold that. Take the arms up. Wider will be more accessible. Narrower will be more challenging wherever you want to play. Now maybe start to look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look up a little bit further. Look up overhead. Yeah. Maybe curl back even a little deeper. One more breath. If you're deep, inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Nice, y'all. That's what we want to feel when we stand or when we... I always teach y'all from human movement. Standing, walking, running, or throwing. Right? Those are the moves we do, primally. And think about what they all are. They all progress on each other, right? And move and advance on the actions. But they all come from the same standing, right? That same foundational space. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands out in front of you, about a foot or so. Use your block if you want a little more space. Inhale, reach the right leg straight back, standing split. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Let's do 7. But this is not a half a second long. It's 2 or 3 seconds to lift the leg. It's 2 or 3 seconds to lower the leg. 2 or 3 seconds to lift the leg again. 2 or 3 seconds to lower the leg again. Because that's just what your breath is. Right? This isn't like timing I just make up. This is you just working with your breath and your body. We'll do the 7. After you do the 7 on the right leg, lower it down, take a breath, then reach the left leg straight back. The base leg, you're feeling there's a lot of activation in through the leg and the hip, for sure. The dynamic leg, we're moving from flexion to extension. After your 7, lower that left leg down, walk the hands back in, sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Take your time, stay with your breath. You got enough space? You need to come up here? Okay. We'll all meet standing. Back to Tadasana. So, don't just hang out here. Start to work the pose like we just did. Lean back a little bit. Feel the heels root. Feel the foot lengthen forward till the pinky toe mounds root. Feel the foot widen open till the big toe mound roots. Keep sweeping the inner heels out. There's the connection to glute med and piriformis. Pull the pelvic floor up. Pull the belly in. When the shutters close, the spine lifts. You feel that activation up your back. Take the head and the throat back because this shit wants to happen, right? So we're going to go back this way. Awesome. Swing the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. What seems easy is really challenging. Remember, a million years and we still can't really pull it off? It's challenging. But the feeling is the magic, right? That's the shit you're going to take with you. When you get the feeling of what the action was, right? That's what you're going to move with you. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front. Come to side plank. Turn the bicep forward to root into the upper back, right? Arm into shoulder, shoulder into upper back. Spread the toes on the left foot. Maybe lift that left leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Let's do 7. That's been our number. Go slow. Don't rush. Working the outside of that hip. After your 7, lower the leg down. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Full breath in. Complete breath out. This is a challenging moment right now. No doubt about it. Right? Roll to the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top or in front. Put it in perspective. You're on one arm, right? External rotation. You're on the outside of your foot. It's a lot. But just play with it like that. It's supposed to be challenging. Integrate. And then if you want to work the leg, lift the right leg to the sky. Lead with the outer heel so that you work abduction. If you lead with the pinky toe, you're going to work external rotation. We want abduction. After your 7, lower the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog.
That was a lot.
It's got to last you for the next 8 weeks, right?
Are you going on vacation?
Just for the summer. I won't be here on Saturdays. All right, let's keep going now. With that comment, I feel like we got to keep going. Come forward to plank. Yeah, take 10 nice breaths. Your breaths. Keep those belly buttons in. Keep the sit bones going towards your heels. So your low back's filled in. It's solid. Don't let your upper back collapse. You want your shoulder blades to feel like they're moving away from each other, not in towards one another. That doesn't change the head of the arm bone rooted in the shoulder socket. That's happened first. But if the upper back collapses, we're going to lose our power. After your 10 breaths, lower to your bellies. Take your hands underneath your head, turn your head to one side. You could do some butt wiggles or some reverse windshield wipers if that feels good. And turn back to the breath. Nice, y'all. And then inhale your head back to center. Swap hands. If left was on top, right goes on top. Turn your head to the other side. Take a few more breaths. Well-deserved rest, right? Balancing it out. We don't just go, 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 right? We're not doing as many reps as possible in here. We're trying to do everything consciously, intelligently, right? Feeling what each action creates and continuing to move the pose forward. Inches of space? No. Little bits and pieces, they collect at the end. And then inhale your head back to center. Take your right hand underneath your chest, bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. So we'll enjoy the floor a little bit longer here, but we'll do a little quad stretch. So tack the toenails flat on that right foot and keep sweeping the inner heel out. Before you pull your heel too far towards your sit bone, bring your belly button to your spine and your pubic bone down into the yoga mat. Then draw the heel to the sit bone. The heel to the sit bone is the last part of the pose. It seems kind of first because you got to reach back and grab your foot, right? But the more you pull your heel to your sit bone, the more your left hip, your hip bone, wants to go to the floor. You got to resist that by bringing your belly button to your spine and holding that space. Watch the buoying as you release. Swap side two. So the left hand's under the chest, the right knee bends, we reach back, we grab the ankle, the foot of the strap. Before we pull our heel too close to our butt, we go belly button to spine, pubic bone down into the mat. That's the front of your pelvis. The back of your pelvis would be like, the top is like sacrum and the bottom is like sit bones, is how you would think about controlling your pelvis. So think, as the belly button draws to the spine, As the sit bones lengthen to the backs of the knees, the pubic bone goes closer to the mat. And then the heel draws towards the sit bone. Watch the buoying as you release. Place your hands, middle of the chest. Take your shoulders back. Curl your toes. Charge your legs up. Fire the core. When you're ready, push up the chaturanga. Take a full round of breath, knees count. Then push up the plank. Take another full round of breath. Yeah. Then push back to downward dog. Take a few rounds here. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Push from this back foot, your left foot, to your front heel. Step forward. Open the hip, bring the ankle over the knee. Sit back in a standing pigeon. Keep your right sit bone reaching back more than your left, because this wants to happen, right? So if I take the right one back a little more, it's going to help me square up. And my ankle, my knee, and my hip are going to come in a little better alignment. So as the right sit bone reaches back a little bit more than the left, let the left knee reach forward a little bit more than the right. Feel free to take your hands to the blocks or the floor, wherever you want to play. You're going to hit Ekapada Galavasana, go for it. Keep bending your elbows, Lisa. Yep, and kick to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Not straight back. Up. Yeah. Up. Yes. Push down, rise up. We're going to unwind it. Release the leg in front. Now, for a little more balance, we could be arms here along the sides. For a little more challenge, we could take the arms up overhead. Now, hinge at the hip. Kick that leg back. Reach out of the heel. Float back to that warrior one. Yes. Then exhale the hands down, step back, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Control this, right? We're working on balance. We're working on core stability. Nice pace. Yep, hold that pace. Stay with the breath. From downward dog, reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Remember, this front hip's in flexion, and we need the glute to engage and get it to go to extension. So we inhale, come up, warrior one. We push from the right foot to the left heel. Keep driving down into that left heel. The knee comes in front, the hip opens up, the ankle goes above the knee. We sit back. This time we're going to take the left sit bone back a little bit more than the right. We're going to reach the right knee a little bit more forward than the left. The belly button's working to the spine. The shutters are closed. And then we play with the pose. Maybe we sit a little more. If you need a little more balance, you can always go one hand on your ankle and one hand on your knee. Right? Closer in is always going to give you more balance. Play with the pose wherever you want to take it. Yeah, higher to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then push down, rise up, release the leg. Little more accessible, little more challenging. Both of them are like, right, something to work on. Then hinge at the hip. Whatever feels better to you. Kick out of the heel, float back to that warrior one. Exhale the hands down, step back, downward dog. Awesome, move through one vinyasa. Reach the right leg straight back. Come forward, right knee to left elbow, back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Come forward, right knee to left elbow, back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. As we come forward this third time, kick the leg out to the side. If you're going to work the balance, float the leg off the floor. If you're going to lower the outside of the foot to the floor, lower it. Spin to the inside of the left foot. Draw the left elbow back. Maybe reach up. Reach out of your heel. Kick that leg straight. Unwind the right leg. Reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. Reach your left leg straight back. Come forward. Left knee to right elbow. Back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Don't rush. This shit's supposed to be challenging, right? Stay with your breath. Just honor that moment, right? Dive in. On the third one, as the leg comes across, it either roots or it floats. You spin to the inside of that right foot. You draw the right elbow back. Maybe you reach up to the sky. Maybe you look up to the sky. Yes. Settle the pose. Breathe. Inhale, unwind the left leg. Reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. When you're ready, reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Pigeon. Nice, y'all. Good control. Right knee nice and wide to the edge of the mat. Left knee in line with the hip. If your toenails are flat, you're extending the pose out more. If your toes are curled, you're pulling more muscle energy in. It's not a right or wrong. Keep that right knee wide to the edge of the mat. It won't change the intensity of the pose. What changes the intensity of the pose is how parallel your front shin is with the top of your mat. The knee out to the side is just going to give you more base. We want that. Better foundation. Hug in. I know a lot of you like to fold. If you want to fold, go for it. But control that. Don't collapse. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, now we settle the pose here, right? We're in the back of the hip, we're down the back of the leg a little bit. There's a little trick to go deeper in the pose. So if you feel comfortable here, stay here. You want to go a little deeper, come up halfway, take your left hand onto the ball of your right foot. You're going to push out the ball of your foot like it's a gas pedal, right, into your left hand. Now you want to hug your knees together. Now lift your front knee up and move it back an inch or two. Re-hug back in. Lift your left knee up, the back one. Move it back an inch or two. Hug back in. And it got a whole lot better back here. Right? The stretch just went super deep. You want to go back to the fold, go back to the fold. Notice what we did though. We always went in before we went out. Right? The in is going to be the connection, the integration, the safety. Right? The out is going to be the challenge. Like, where can we take the pose then from here? A couple more breaths. One of our spots we're working on today. And then inhale, come up, place the hands, lift the hips, reach that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then exhale, lower it down. Reach the left leg straight back. Come forward. Take the leg through, pigeon side two. I forgot to look at the clock here the past couple minutes. Kicking the gear a little. Now start. We'll move the pose, right? If we want to go a little bit deeper. You don't want to try to go all the way to the max in your first breath, right? You want the body to open naturally. The safer your body feels, the more it will open. Right? The less safe it feels, the more it's going to try to keep closing up and hanging on. So that's why we take a breath and we stay with the breath, right? Because when you breathe calmly, your mind settles, your body follows. When you breathe like, what happens? Your heart rate goes up real high and it goes, you know what? Your mind says, shut him down, right? Go to max heart rate and stop what he's doing. It's too intense. Now, here's calm. It's cool, it's collected. It's intense, right? But it's super controlled. If you want to play with that little trick, you come up a little bit, the right hand to the left foot, the ball of the foot. You push like a gas pedal. You hug in first. Then you lift the front knee up, move it back an inch or two. Re-hug in. Lift the back knee up, move it back an inch or two. Don't let your shin go past parallel with the front of the mat, though. That's kind of like the end range of the good movement. Now rip that back knee forward, right? Keep that back hip fired up. Keep the spine nice and tall. If you're either staying up in the prep or you're folding into it, keep integrity in the spine. And then big opener in the back of that left hip, down the back of the leg. On the right side, you're probably feeling the front of the thigh a little. Nice, y'all. Inhale, come up, place the hands. Lift the hips, unwind that left leg, reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down, look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, grab your mat, find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. Use up all the space, feel free, the doors, the walls up front. There'll be plenty of room.
Jump straight from 3 leg raises in Bashi to 7.
Yeah, we went right past 5. Moved right past 5. So if you're at home and you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back, bend your knees, interlace your hands behind your thighs, you reach the heel to the sky, take a bunch of breaths. And you can swap into side 2. If you are at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You can always go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. Trina's going to be walking around right away. So if you have any questions, grab her. I'm going to bring everybody up into downward dog and L pose. If you want to play with your handstand, headstand, tripods, pinches, anything you want to mess with on your own, go for it. If you want to stick with me, we'll meet all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. So take a few breaths here. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step 1 foot up the wall and then the second foot up the wall. If the knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. Legs are straight, you're in L pose. You could play with the one leg up. So like with glutes, y'all know me. I don't just do stretches with y'all, right? We do activation, we do full range of motion, and we do some stretching and opening. So when you work the split, like lift the leg up, maybe lower it down, you're activating through the hip, through the glute, to take the hip to extension, to bring it back to flexion. And when you take muscles through their range of motion, that's how you not just strengthen, but then you release them. And you stay as long as you want. When you're ready to come down, you come down. Yep. Nice, y'all. Think about it. It's a big challenge right now, right? We've already had a few of those in class. You're trying to literally go ass over head and then soften your face and stay with your breath and do all that other shit, right? It's hard. But it's supposed to be hard. That's where the game's at right now. And we'll be here for easily another minute, maybe a minute and a half. So take your time. If you want to try a couple things, try a couple different things. Is your elbow in line with your wrist? Your right elbow with your left wrist?
Yes. I think it's knee placement on my elbow here.
I mean, to be honest, I have never done it like that before. I've always just kicked up into goofy pincha more than goofy headstand.
I think I'm just trying to build control
Yeah.
with the kick up.
I'm not poo-pooing it.
No, no,
I'm just saying, I've never personally tried it, so I'm not.
So like hand placement on the
Yep. Bring the left hand forward more. There you go. Yeah. Yep. So like think like wrist, like forearm is across from humerus.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be chaturanga arm.
Mm-hmm. Exhale, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Yeah. So what I always feel in these like goofy pinches or, you know, is that you have to bend the one elbow. That's the side that I feel like wants to come up. Is the elbow wants to extend.
Yeah.
Instead of staying in that foot. Yeah, yeah. And that's what then throws you off to the one side. It's that arm. This arm can't do that to you, right? This is the only one that could kind of push away.
This leg, it's not supposed to be a lot of extra work. Like with the glute, it's more like since you're leaning forward, you should be able to lift off and.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot to like, you know.
I mean, it is extension of the hip though, so it is, you should feel it. Yeah, like some glute stuff and how to. We're kind of talking about a little bit of a pose. I haven't done this with y'all in a while, but we're talking about like goofy pincha and stuff where like the one arm is different. I don't know, maybe I'll play with that with y'all on like a Friday night or something like that, or when I get back we'll do it. We'll try to mess with it. It's a fun little pose, but it's super asymmetric, right? And when things are doing different actions, right, it puts a whole nother level of challenge into it. All right, if you feel like you're inverted out, when you're ready, we're going to meet on our backs. All right, we're going to meet on our backs. Nice. All right, let's meet on our backs. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Sacrum is flat. Belly buttons to spine. Start to fire those legs up. So in a glute bridge, right, in yoga we just call it a bridge. Right, but in fitness, you'd call this a glute bridge. What muscles do you think are going to be working here? Glutes, right? I mean, they set us up for success on that one. So where do you think the intention needs to be in the feet? In your heels. In your heels. What happens if you're in the ball? Now, this gets deep, right? We're not one-on-one talking right now. We're getting deep. Sometimes we lift our heels up, but does that mean we lose sweeping the inner heels out or extending out of the heel? No. We just have to control that in now an environment that isn't as rooted. That's the challenge of the game. Come on, let's try. So take a couple breaths. When you're ready, slowly lift the hips. Come to bridge. Maybe the shoulders go under a little bit. We've interlaced our hands, our fingers behind our back. If that's the shape you want to make, go for it. But feel that the heels are rooted. Remember, when I say talk to you about your heels, it doesn't mean that the outer edge of the foot isn't down. It doesn't mean that the pinky toe mound isn't down or the big toe mound or the toes. It just means that you're connected to what should be the true root and foundation of the foot. And that energy is being pulled up the legs into the hips. So now we can use it in a back bend. The shutters are closed. The belly's working to the spine. Gently push your feet down and forward a little bit. And you're going to feel the back bend go right underneath the shoulder blades. And then stay engaged as you lower down. If your hands are clasped, release. Take your feet wide. Let your knees touch. One hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. On this second one, I'll first bring you into bridge and then wheel. Wheel's the one where we lift our heels a lot, right? I do that all the time to get more length. Anytime you lengthen, right, the curve is going to be a little more accessible. So that's why we would lift our heels up. Let's give it a try. Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet. Set it up, engage it up, and when you're ready, slowly lift the hips, come to bridge. If you're going to interlace your hands behind your back, swap the hand hold, so if the left pinky was under, right pinky. If you're going to go to wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat, and you want to turn your hands out. They're going to try to turn in. You're going to spin them out. Now plug those shoulders back. Push down to come up. Nice, y'all. Awesome. Maybe pump your heart towards the wall you're looking at. You'll slide the arms on your back even a little further. One more breath. Wherever you're at, control it as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand's on your heart, opposite hand on your low belly. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral. Hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Keep the right knee in. Take the left leg out. Roll towards the left hip. Keep the right shoulder down. Did I say that wrong?
No, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, roll to the left hip, right shoulder down. Now, if you want to soften this twist a little bit, you bend that left knee. I like the leg straight because I like to, remember I said to y'all, walking, standing, running. This is representing running. So I like to extend out of the hip. I like to reach out of my heel on that straight leg. But that's my shit, right? That feels good in my body. If it feels good in yours, awesome. If it feels better to bend the knee, same awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your left knee and take your right leg out. Reach out of the heel. Extend the hip back out. And then roll towards that right hip, left shoulder stays rooted down. If the left shoulder peeled up, because sometimes that happens, right, as we take the leg to the side, take a nice inhale, breathe up out of the waist, get tall, right? And then twist into the pose a little more. If you need to, breathe again and get tall. Twist into the pose a little deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Take the legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself that little hug. And then with the knees bent, lower your feet to the floor. Inhale your right leg up. Open the hip. Take the ankle over the knee. Hug the left knee to your chest. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Supine pigeon. Supine pigeon helps to get into that glute med a little bit. Piriformis a little easier. A little more foundation here as we're on our backs. Now, the closer that your left knee works towards your face, the further away you want your right knee to move from your face. And that's how we work the back of the hip. Sometimes to intensify the pose a little, to take it deeper, we hold the front of our left shin instead of the back of our thigh. Whatever feels good to you. Watch the boing as you release. Lower that foot down to the floor. Unwind that right leg with the knee bent. That right foot's on the floor. Inhale the left leg up. Open the hip. Cross the ankle over the knee. Hug the knee towards the chest. Interlace the hands behind the thigh. Remember, swap the hand hold if left pinky was under right pinky. This time, the closer the right knee moves to your face, the further you want your left knee to move away to make the pose deeper. And then if you want to hold out the back of the thigh, the front of the shin, whatever feels good to you. But try not to let your butts fly towards the sky. Try to stay neutral, so sacrum flat here. And watch the boing as you release the leg. Take the legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch. And then hug those knees to your chest. Take the knees wide. Come to happy baby. So we have our knees wider than our shoulders. Our sacrum is flat, so sit bones down to the mat. Don't let them go up to the sky. The knees are wider than the shoulders to give that space so we can work the inside of the thighs. As we draw the knees towards our ears, we go to the back of the hip a little bit as well. And then if you want to go back to the legs, that's where you would reach one leg out or both legs out. When you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. But you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. As the legs stretch out, let the feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides. As the open palm turns to the sky, let the shoulders settle back. As your head rests back, maybe the eyes close and the tongue softens from the roof of the mouth. We feel the body heavy. Everything letting go. The mind gets light, it softens back to the breath. And the heart opens. As we get ready to move the practice from the man to the yoga of life, the practice of life. Where the game will offer many challenges. But we go about them just like we do on the mat. We take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, and we express the best that we can. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath washing over the body, your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart, as we reawaken that better version of ourselves. Crisper, clearer, more aware, more in tune. Fingers and the toes begin to wiggle. Maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch. Or we reach and move in a way that feels good to us, but we move slowly and consciously, aware of those actions. You're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest, just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head like you're making a pillow, and just take a few breaths there, allowing yourself to reacclimate. When you're ready, you can push your hands down. We'll come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Super fun as always. Awesome work. You know, if you have any questions about anything or something feels weird, grab us before you go. So I will not see you on Saturdays for a little while, but I will still see you on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. All right? Trina will be here with you next Saturday. And I